The way almost everyone is taught to trade ICT displacement loses money. $44,000 on 5 years of NASDAQ data. I have the receipts right here. But one small change, taking the displacement candle's close instead of waiting for the pullback, flips that into over $50,000 in profit. This is the single real edge I found in all of ICT. The one concept that survived my tier list. But here's the catch, and you need to hear it before you risk $1. It only works on one chart in one session. Miss that, and you are right back to losing. Let me show you exactly how it works and exactly where it stops. Quick definition so we are on the same page. Displacement is not just any green candle. It is a violent, one-sided move with a body that dwarfs everything around it, and it rips a gap in price called a fair value gap. In the last video, that gap was the one thing with a real signal. Gaps born from displacement got respected 82% of the time, versus 75% without. So the prediction is real. The question is whether you can actually trade it. And here are the rules of this test, because without them, this is just another guy with an opinion. $500 of risk per trade. Stops checked first, 0 look ahead. And the important one, I find every setting on the first 60% of the data, then I prove it on the last 40% it has never seen. That is how you catch a strategy that only works on paper. Here is how every ICT course teaches it. Displacement happens, it leaves a gap, and you wait. You wait for price to pull back into that gap, and you set a limit order to get a nice cheap entry. It feels disciplined. It feels smart. And across 5 years on the NASDAQ, it lost $44,000, winning barely 30% of the time. The reason is simple. By waiting for the deep pullback, you are handing price the room to stop you out before it ever continues. The gap respects, sure, but it wicks through your stop first. The pullback everyone waits for is the trap. So I flipped it. Instead of waiting for the pullback, you do the thing that feels uncomfortable. You enter the moment the displacement candle closes, in the direction of the move, and you put your stop just under that candle. No waiting, no cheap entry, you take the trade while it is moving. Same 5 years, same NASDAQ. That version made almost $42,000 on the test data it had never seen, and it beat a random coin flip entry. Your stop is wider, about 24 points or $500, because you are behind a big candle. But you are finally on the right side of the move instead of catching the knife. But here is where it gets interesting, and where most people get it wrong. The edge is not evenly spread through the day. When I filtered the exact same trade to only the New York morning session, 9:30 to 11 a.m. Eastern, the expectancy more than doubled to plus 13 cents on every dollar risked. And critically, that held in both halves of my data, the part I tuned on and the part I tested blind. That is the signature of something real, not a fluke. The lesson is bigger than this one setup. For displacement, when you trade, it matters more than the setup itself. Outside that window, the edge mostly evaporates. Now, the obvious question, where do you take profit? The instinct is 1-to-1, a quick equal target. And the data has a clear answer. 1-to-1 is a coin flip. You win about 51% of the time, which after costs is basically break even. It feels safe and it does nothing. The setup actually wants room. Going for 2-to-1 lifted the edge, and the best version was trailing the stop up behind structure and letting the winners run. That version made just over $50,000. So the rule is the opposite of what feels safe. Stop taking the quick 1-to-1 and let the move you entered actually pay you. Now the catch, because this is where I lose the gurus and keep your trust. This edge is not universal. I ran the identical strategy on the S&P and it lost. I ran it on the 1-minute NASDAQ and it actually did worse than a random coin flip. The honest scorecard is this. It works on the 5-minute NASDAQ, in the New York morning, and basically nowhere else I tested. It failed my cross-instrument test, which is the bar a strategy has to clear before I would ever call it robust. So I am not going to tell you displacement is a money printer because the data will not let me. It is a real, narrow, instrument-specific edge. Anyone selling you displacement as a setup that prints on every chart and every time frame is selling you the 75% version that loses. So if you actually want to trade this, here is the honest playbook on screen. NASDAQ, 5-minute, New York morning only. Wait for a displacement that breaks structure, enter on the close, stop under the candle, and trail it past 2 to 1. And size it small because an instrument-specific edge can fade, and you just watch me prove how easily one disappears. The full backtest, every trade, and these exact rules are free in the Discord, link below. Run it yourself. If you can find the version that works on the S&P, I genuinely want to see it. Post it and I will pin it. This is the one ICT concept that earned a real edge. Trade it where it lives. We test, you decide.